Good morning, Mini Path Spiritual Center. How's everybody this morning? Happy Sunday. It's a great way to start the fall season with a little rain and a little cool down. I think we're officially in the fall season. So we're going to celebrate that today with the start of our ofrenda for Dia de los Muertos. So let's all stand together and sing a couple of songs back to back. We're going to get our energy up and get our energy ready and focused for a great service today. We're going to come together in the name of love and stand in our truth. Here we go. Here we go. Take a look at the person next to you. God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in this sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. Get your groove on. I'm not gonna give in to this world's misery. I've learned a lesson that always sets me free. Any situation, the best thing I can do know who I am and let my light shine through. I'm gonna stand in my truth. make it so. I'm not gonna get caught up in other people's stuff. Keeping my focus for me is quite enough. When I'm feeling cornered, I get still and breathe and remember who I am and all that I believe. I'm gonna stand in my truth. I'm gonna stand in my truth and let my troubles go. I'm gonna stand in my truth, stand in my truth. I'm gonna whisper a prayer and claim my power to make it so. Sing it like you mean it. I'm gonna stand in my truth. Stand in my truth. I'm gonna stand in my truth and let my troubles go. Gonna stand in my truth. Stand in my truth. I'm gonna whisper a prayer to claim my power to make it so. I'm gonna whisper a prayer to claim my power to make it so. I'm gonna whisper a prayer to claim my power to make it so. Make it so. All right. Thank you so much. Please be seated, everybody. All right, if we've got any kids, please go with Mr. Ben. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to have so much fun, but guess what? We're going to have fun too. That's right. Welcome to Mini Path Spiritual Center, everyone. If this is your first time here, we are here to do three things. We're here to love you. We're here to support you on your spiritual journey. And along the way, you know what? If you come here regularly, you will pick up some things that will add to your spiritual path. We are not here to judge you because everyone in this room is on their own spiritual path. And we love you for that. We embrace the diversity of everyone's path. And we're here to support you on your journey. So thank you so much for being here. This is a super vibrant community. We have so many incredible things coming up. So Frank, will you tell us what's going on?
What a great way to start anything. I need y'all to come to my house. Good morning. Okay. So, I just want to make sure.
Are we on the same page?
Join us on the third Sunday of the month for a Pranic Energy Healing Clinic. That is today. Deborah Champion will be hosting the event that is open to anyone interested in energy healing. The clinic will be open from 4 to 6 p.m. today here at MPSC. Join Steph for Happy Class on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. where fitness meets fun. This Tuesday's class, the 21st, will feature a cardio drumming rock out designed for everybody. The cost is only $10 and sign-ups are in the front room. Join us Friday, October 24th from 7 to 8 as we join together in Satsang Circle with Reverend Deb. Bring questions, concerns, joys, gratitude, or just your presence, which is always enough as we share truth and oneness in beloved community. The Connect group will meet at Chick Salad Chick, 217 Indian Lake Boulevard, number 100, Hendersonville at 11:30 a.m. October 29th, Wednesday, for some good visiting and good food. There is a sign-up sheet on the bulletin board. Bring a friend. Join us on October 29th at 6:30 for our annual service of remembrance. This will be a very special service designed for you to come and honor your family, friends, and beloved pets who have gone before us. Bring a picture of your loved one, light a candle, and remember the beautiful ways they've touched our hearts and lives. Harvest potluck and discussion, spirituality unplugged. That's going to be here, and if the weather is nice, we'll be outside around the fire. Feel free to come for the potluck or for the discussion or for both. November 7th, and any donation goes to the church. Let's paint together with resident artists Lori and Margie. Yay! Join us for a couple of hours of relaxing music, a cup of specialty tea. It's specialty. And a time of therapeutic painting. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. No experience required. Supplies are provided. Cost $30 per person, ages 16 and up, and you must pre-register just so that they know who's coming and how many supplies that they need. Thanks. That's really good, actually. Have you ever turned the volume up or down on your car stereo? Did you ever figure out how to raise or lower the bass or treble? What is this? If you've ever been blessed to achieve this level of expertise, many past spiritual center could use your help monitoring the soundboard during services. Okay. What is going on? The time commitment is about 2 hours on Sundays that you can attend. Please
reread that last sentence.
Did I not say it right?
They didn't hear you.
Oh.
What's it for?
Well, I don't know. We will figure that out together, shall we?
You read it.
Let's do this again.
Okay.
Have you ever turned the volume up and down on your car stereo? Did you ever figure out how to raise or lower the bass or treble? If you have been blessed to achieve this level of expertise, many past spiritual center could use your help monitoring the soundboard during services. Ta-da! Okay, how am I doing there? All right. That's true. The time commitment is about 2 hours on the Sundays that you can attend. Please look at these openings and choose which one fits you on how you can best serve your community. Please let Ryan or Steph know when you can start. All activity and meeting links and contacts can be found on the weekly website, Happenings Google Calendar. You can always email the church. Thank you.
He only got one in, so.
I'm with the kids today. I was wondering if you guys can help me sing.
Sing?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ryan. Tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. Our lovely minister doing everything to serve this community.
We love you, Ryan. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
Move along.
Good morning, Main Path Spiritual Center. It's good to be here. Let's begin this portion of the service by taking a deep centering breath. Today's centering thought is, we are all taking this adventure trip together. We are on an individual and collective adventure trip in this spiritual community. Each of us in a wilderness that is only partly explored and mapped. We can't know what we're going to find along the way, but we can expect to cross paths with great people and have great experiences while we're learning valuable lessons as we walk together through challenging times. Any day can bring us a mixture of various feelings and experiences, but we can always be assured there will be a memorable, fun rest stop along the way. The spiritual community here, well, that guarantees it. Many past spiritual centers can't provide a map of uncharted territory, but it can provide a toolkit for survival in the wilderness. It can orient us when we feel we're in a not familiar area and give us landmarks along the way to help us grow from our experience. Don't forget, we're here to learn and teach from each other. The more time we spend in this wilderness exploring the mystery of our living, the more comfortable we become with it, and the more we can embrace mysteries of life with greater appreciation for all its unique beauty and gifts. Now repeat after me these affirming statements. There is nowhere I can be that I'm not where I'm meant to be.
There is nowhere I can be that I am not meant to be.
I trust the journey of my life, and I know that everything happens for good.
I trust the journey of my life, and I know that everything happens for my good.
I am motivated by experiences, and my challenges lead to my success.
I am motivated by my experiences, and my challenges lead to my success.
And so it is.
Well, we've had 2 elephants in the room today, and we just blew out one of them. And the second one is this very colorful one right over here. This is a traditional Hispanic ofrenda for the Dia de los Muertos holiday. And so we've got Reverend Christine Garza coming in 2 Sundays that's going to do a Dia de los Muertos service along with Reverend Deb, who's going to, they're working on it together. And then we have our very special Wednesday night service of Remembrance, which is an annual service that it's a contemplative service where we can come and pay respect or pay homage to those who departed before us before we start the holiday. So those 2 events kind of bookend each other because one is a contemplative service and one is a celebration of those who have gone before us. So I encourage all of you who want to participate in this to bring a picture or an item from your loved one who has passed, and that includes our pets too, because our pets are as close to us as our best friends, right? They are our best friends. So if you've had someone that you've lost over the past year or someone that you've lost in your lifetime that really comes back every year for the holidays for you to be with you, then please memorialize them by bringing something of theirs. Put them on the ofrenda or the offering table, and we will remember them over the next 2 Sundays, all right? All right. So let's sing again. It's time to sing. All right. So for this month, our monthly mantra has been My Inner Peace, and it is a song about joy, the joy that comes from peace. In our principal statements, one of our principal statements is love, peace, and joy are our highest spiritual principles, and this song really hits on the joy part of that, doesn't it? So let's all stand up and see if we can remember it. All right, we start by doing our Om.
Inside
so much.
Y'all are on fire today. On fire. Let me tell you, I pulled
We
up
should
here.
have sold tickets.
I should have sold tickets. I pulled up here this morning and I thought it's rainy. It's gonna be maybe we won't have that many people here today. It'll be a little low key. No, y'all are showing out, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it all day long. So,
We found
We
it.
found it. We found the inner peace. That's great. So let's go spend some time with it, shall we? I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And settle in your seat. Picture at the very center of your heart space a flame. The simple flame of a single candle. With every inhale, the flame holds still and steady. With every exhale, it flutters and it dances. And after you've taken a few breaths with that single flame, imagine that the flame has grown a little bigger. Maybe a flame like a torch. But still, as you inhale, the flame stays steady. And as you exhale, it dances. And then let the flame get a little bit bigger. A campfire. A hearth fire. Wild and alive and vibrant. But contained, intentional, purposeful. With each deep inspiration, that flame stands tall, reaching for the heavens. With every exhalation, it dances. If it starts to feel hot, you can take a little water and sprinkle it. sacred essence in each of us is a holy fire, heating, illuminating, bringing passion. A fire that we learn to dance with, to work with. And that is our spiritual work. Is to listen to the flame that burns within us. To keep it intentional and purposeful. For a moment, I invite you to just listen. Listen to the voice that comes from the flame. Listen to any message you might receive in the stillness, in the silence. We are made of sacred stuff. The cooling winds, the soothing waters, the solid earth, the passionate fire. We welcome it all. All of it is here to teach us and to remind us that both it and us remain in God, in the divine, in the sacred, and the sacred remains in us. And so it is. Aren't they good? I love y'all. We just wouldn't be the same without you. That's the truth. I am interchangeable, so Carolyn's going to do the talk this morning. No, oh no, yeah, Carolyn. Carolyn was ready, by golly. We have so many Carolyns around here. I could say Carolyn, y'all could tag team it. So we're doing a series right now on being human, right? And I got to tell you that the longer that I walk the spiritual journey and I talk about spiritual stuff and I read about spiritual things and dive deeply into it, the more that I am convinced that the whole point of it is how to make us human better. How to help us human better, right? It's not about suppressing one for the other. It's not about, even though for a long time a lot of us thought it was about killing the ego. No, we don't kill the ego. You're not ever going to kill the ego. That is, by the way, an ego thing, to think that we can kill the ego, right? We learn to work with it. We learn to understand it. And we learn to see when it's rearing itself up and deciding it wants to be in charge. But we don't kill it. And so in the same kind of way, all of these spiritual principles that we talk about, for me, are about how do I show up better in my life? How do I show up better as a human being? How do I human better? The most practical path, in my experience, is the one that blends the esoteric with the practical wisdom. And it blends the ephemeral with the foundational. It blends the mystical with the realistical. I felt like Dr. Seuss when I just said that. So over the next few weeks, as Ryan mentioned, we're going to be talking about loss. I'm going to be talking about loss next week. We're going to have the service of remembrance. We're going to have the Dia de los Muertos service, which is going to be fantastic. I hope you'll join us for that, for sure. And so I thought, what is a perfect gateway? What is a good doorway into that discussion? The discussion of loss. And so this is what came to me. The fire within, befriending anger as a force for awakening. I think anger is a great place to enter into loss, right? Isn't that one of the stages of denial? I mean, one of the stages of grief? Stages of denial. Yeah. Well, there's the stages of grief, and then there's the stages of denial when you get to that step, yeah. So we're going to be exploring anger. And we're not going to be talking about it as something to suppress or fear. I've tried to do that for years and years and years. I've seen anger as a dangerous, destructive kind of force that needed to be wrangled and put in its place, and I need to get rid of it. I always talked about how my father was not a wealthy man. The only thing he left me as an inheritance was his anger, right? His inbred anger. And so I tried to push it away for years. And you know what happens when you try to push something away, right? It grows, it gets bigger, it takes more charge, it takes more opportunities. So I want to talk about anger today, not as something to suppress or fear, but as something to befriend and to transform, and to allow it to transform us. In nearly every wisdom tradition, anger is seen as a form of fire. Powerful, illuminating, potentially destructive. I am an Aries. I understand fire, right? I love me a good fire. I'm all about the fire. Fire cooks our food, it warms our homes, but if it's left unattended, it can consume everything. And the same, of course, is true of anger. You know, it may be possible that all emotions arrive as guests. We know that anything that comes and goes is not who we are, right? If it comes and if it can go, it's not who we are. So if an emotion comes and it goes, it's just a visitor. It's just here visiting me. And anger, as much as any of them, it seems to me, is a visitor separate from us who shows up and takes over. Anger is kind of like the mother-in-law who moves in and rearranges your furniture, right? Because now she's in charge of the house. And the question is not whether we should feel anger. We feel anger. That's a given. We get angry. Let's all just own that right now, right? Arr! We get angry. How can we work with it wisely as part of our spiritual path? It's one of those emotions that has a tendency to make us feel a little bit uncomfortable. Do you ever get uncomfortable when you're around someone who's angry? Yes. Right? Like it's an uncomfortable kind of emotion. It's often labeled as a negative feeling, something to suppress, something to transcend, something to repent for, right? But what if we saw it instead as a sacred signal? A messenger that is pointing us toward what is unjust, what is unhealed, what is unloved. The truth is, and this shows up in so many different traditions, I could just attribute it to any one of them. We are human, and the spirit within us is the same spirit that moves in all things. We are made of the same star stuff, as Carl Sagan would say it. If we are one with the divine, as I believe we are birthed from the same cellular energy. We have the same universal DNA as the Big Bang. We're filled with the spirit of sacredness. And if that's true, then our internal experiences, our emotional weather, hold sacred possibility as well. What if the anger that visits us wasn't something that came from a Satan that was created and told us, but came from the divine as a messenger, a heavenly messenger, right? Perhaps we can consider the possibility of anger as a sacred fire, not as a wildfire burning out of control, but a hearth fire that can bring us all kinds of goodness. In many indigenous traditions, fire is seen as a teacher, not just an element. The Lakota say that fire carries spirit, that it transforms whatever it touches into something new. Isn't that what spirit does? Transforms everything it touches into something new. And when anger arises, it can be understood as the same sacred energy, asking to be transformed, asking to let transformation happen and for it to play a part in it, not be extinguished. So what if anger is the fire that tells us that something sacred has been violated? I put up there, I've deliberately went and looked for a picture of a Native American and an indigenous person to this continent, because, of course, it makes me think about something sacred being violated, makes me think about the folks protecting our water with the Dakota pipeline protest. It makes me think about when I was a kid in the 1970s, this will tell how old you are. If you remember this ad, where the television ad with the Native American man seeing all the pollution and the tear coming down his cheek, right? Yeah. And we have, unfortunately, called upon our indigenous brothers and sisters far too often to carry the largest burden of protecting our Earth Mother, of holding the high watch for that. But maybe if we realize that this anger, that when we look at something violating something sacred, I don't know about you, but when I look at the earth being damaged, it makes me angry. When I think about the BP oil spill, it makes me angry. I think about all of the creation that was impacted by that, right? Because something sacred has been violated. And when we honor that fire that we feel rather than fear it, we can use it to see more clearly what needs protecting. What are our values, our people, the earth itself that calls on us to protect it? The Buddha taught that holding on to anger is the Buddha taught. Now remember this, the Buddha said nothing. We have nothing that the Buddha wrote. But if you put the Buddha in front of anything, it sounds more holy, okay? So the Buddha said, my friend the Buddha said, you've heard this before with other things. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You're the one who gets burned. We've heard that about holding on to bitterness. Not forgiving someone is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. That kind of thing, right? But I think it's important. So we often see that and we think, oh yeah, anger's bad. Anger's bad. But notice holding on to anger. When we cling to anger, it corrodes our heart. That's true. We hold on to it. But the Buddha didn't say, or whoever is speaking for the Buddha at this moment, did not say that anger itself was evil, only that the attachment to it, right? That's what Buddhism teaches us, is that attachment is what brings us suffering. Holding on to it causes suffering. Because in Buddhist understanding, anger is a form of heat that arises when we perceive harm or injustice. That heat that arises in us. And it arises naturally when something we care about is violated, a boundary is crossed, a person is harmed, a value is betrayed. It's like the soul is sending up a flare saying, this matters. This matters. Divine anger is portrayed as part of a wider movement toward justice and compassion, not just a random outburst, but a response to oppression, a response to cruelty, a response to deceit. So perhaps the question isn't, should we feel anger, but rather, what shall we do with this anger we feel? Well, there's a divine connection between anger and compassion. We don't often think of those two together, but they go hand in hand. The picture here is one that I pulled from the internet, and it goes with a PBS News story from June 28th, 2018, during the presidency of the person who was president before Joe Biden. The title of the article is this. It's hard for me to even say this sentence. This was the title of an article. More toddlers appear alone in court for deportation under family separation. What have we become? More toddlers. I just want to pick that child up right now and just hug him and take him home and make him breakfast, right? Appearing alone in court. I'm 61 years old. It would freak me out to appear alone in court right now. In the Psalms, God is described as slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love. It doesn't say that God denies anger or resists anger. God treads gently with anger, but does not treat anger and love as opposites. They coexist, and anger becomes sacred when it arises from love and not from hatred. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us that when anger clouds our awareness, we lose wisdom, but when it is guided by discernment, when it is born from compassion, it becomes a protective force, a force for good. And our task is to organize our inner world so that anger serves the cause of love. Our task is to organize our inner world so that the anger we invariably feel serves the cause of love. If anger drives us blindly, we lose clarity. But when we listen to anger without being consumed by it, something miraculous can happen. Anger becomes the fuel for our courageous action. When we listen to it without being consumed by it. Dr. Martin Luther King expressed this beautifully. He starts his quote with this. He says, "It is not enough for people to be angry. It is not enough. The supreme task is to organize and unite people so that their anger becomes a transforming force." Dr. King didn't deny anger. I'm sure he felt a lot of it. I cannot imagine the anger that a black man would feel in the 1950s and 1960s in this country. And to be able to have the wherewithal to sit with that and say, how do we use this as a transformative energy? How do we turn this into something that can change the world? His anger was holy fire, tempered by love. Yesterday, across our nation, people transmuted anger into action. They stood in compassion For those most directly targeted, they organized for the purpose of transformation. Some of our own folks joined in with that. We might use this moment to ask, what does my anger want me to protect? What wound is it revealing in me? What truth is it asking me to face? You know, in most spiritual traditions, the mother goddess often shows up as anger. In pagan and earth-based spirituality, emotions are seen as part of the cycles of nature. Anger is the season of fire and storm, the energy of transformation and protection. And the goddess in her warrior form like Bridget or Morrigan represents righteous anger, the fierce love that rises to defend the vulnerable. And don't even get us started on Kali. The Hindus know how to make a mean goddess, right? And I mean, she ain't playing. She'll cut somebody's head off if she has to defend what she loves. And just as fire clears the forest floor to make space for new growth, anger can burn away complacency and fear, making room for renewal and truth. But it must be tended. Anger must be tended like a fire, fed with awareness, bounded by compassion. If we don't bound it with compassion, if we don't create that fire ring around that campfire, right? All those little stones are the compassion, saying, yep, I'm going to give you a space to burn and to illuminate, to make clear our vision, to clarify, right? Anger is the guardian of what we love. And of course, there's no better example of anger as an angel of love than that mama bear who's protecting those babies, those cubs. I don't want to face her, right? I don't want to face her. We're to be grateful for everything that comes our way, even the anger. Thank goodness that something comes along to her and says, rise up, bare your fangs, protect your children. What if anger comes to guide us back to our integrity? To remind us of what we love fiercely. Have you ever had a moment with someone where you know your relationship might be coming to an end because they don't even make you mad anymore? Right? You don't even make me mad anymore. Because I don't even have that, you know what I'm saying? There's a connection there between that fierce love and that anger. What will we no longer tolerate in ourselves or in the world? When we tend to our anger with gentleness, it becomes an ally of compassion. When we reject it or we judge it, it festers into bitterness and despair. So the work is not to get rid of anger, but to befriend it, to invite it into the circle of our spiritual life and to ask, to sit with it, to sit with the flame and ask, what is it you're here to teach me? What is it you're trying to tell me? But here's the spiritual invitation: to feel anger without becoming it. On one hand, you can't. It comes, it goes, it's not you. But at the same time, it can move in and it can delude you into believing it is you, right? And to not ever let that happen. Thich Nhat Hanh says, when you're angry, be aware that you are angry, and anger will begin to transform. This is not suppression of anger, it's mindfulness, the act of witnessing our emotions with compassion. When we listen, when we truly listen to the anger of each other, to the anger of those whose experiences might differ from ours, we expand the boundaries of love. When I take the time to sit and listen to someone's anger, it expands my capacity to envelop them with love, to understand what they're experiencing. And we turn anger then from isolation into connection, right? We turn it from fire into the light. Over the last couple of years, we've done a lot of work with Valerie Kaur and her revolutionary love work with See No Stranger and A Sage Warrior. And this is what she says. She says, the aim of divine rage is not vengeance, but to reorder the world. Reorder the world. What divine work this is. Every single one of you who takes a stand for what you know is right in your spirit, in your gut, in your heart. Those of you who showed up yesterday, those of you who showed up in your heart yesterday, those of you who stand for anyone, for equality, for compassion, for democracy, for the immigrant, for the widow, for the orphan, for the transgender person, for the gay teenager, for the lesbian couple trying to adopt a child, for the black and brown people caught up in a system of racism. Every single person who takes a stand for that is putting an order in saying, we're reordering our world right now. And I'm using this anger that I feel to transform the world around me. And it's going to take all of us. It's going to take the lot of us. But here's what I know. Here is what I know. When we do that, when we keep showing up like we did yesterday, it's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time. Nelson Mandela, when he was sitting in a prison in South Africa, and he got out years and years and years later, he was accepting an award from the U.S. Congress, and he said, while I was in prison for 35 years, however long he was there, he said, when I was in prison, I would hear about people who had bumper stickers on their car in Seattle and in Oklahoma City and in San Diego that said, end apartheid now. And he said, and when I heard that, I knew it was only a matter of time. He said, because every single one of you who felt like you could do nothing more than put a bumper sticker on the back of your car was sending the energetic order to the universe. This is how we want to reorder our world. So we listen for the message beneath the flame. Like I said, I'm an Aries. I can stare at that flame all day long. And you know, if you really stare at a flame, which they say, by the way, I started doing that in my early 20s because they said it was a substitute for sex. But anyway, I will tell you that it is not. Okay? It is not. However, if you stare at that flame long enough, you know, the flame wants you to look at the yellow part, the white part, whatever that is at the top. But there's all kinds of colors down here. There's blue, and then there's, at the base, it's almost transparent. You can look right through it. Is there even any color there? Is there anything happening there? And so we could focus on the flame, but if we listen to what's underneath, the chemical reaction that is taking place underneath, that's when we start to get the message that the anger has to bring us. This is the biggest challenge of working with anger in our spiritual journey, because when we're angry, we ain't focused on shit, right? When we're angry, we're just angry, we're reacting, we're out in the flame. And for us to stop in this moment and to settle down into ourselves and to see that flame in our spirit and say, okay, I recognize you, and I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to listen to what you're telling me. I want to hear what you're telling me. In indigenous ways of knowing, emotions are not problems to fix, but spirits to listen to. And if anger had a voice, it just might be saying, something you love is being harmed. Something you love is being harmed. And our task is to listen to that voice and to respond, not with violence, but with vision. Sometimes anger is personal. It's about our own wounds. It's about our own boundaries. Sometimes it's collective, about injustice or destruction of the earth. Both are holy, and both ask for our attention. And if we give it some attention, anger can become a practice of transformation. It reminds me of my favorite quote. If you've known me long enough, you've heard it before, that Muji says, step into the fire of self-discovery. This fire will not consume you. It will only consume what you are not. And I say the same thing about anger. Step into the fire of your anger. Work with it. It will not consume you. It will only consume what you are not. Makes me think of a story in the Old Testament about 3 young men named Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. King Nebuchadnezzar is going to throw them into the fiery furnace because they won't deny their God and follow his. And of course, they stand in the flame, and when he opens the furnace the next day, they're fine. In fact, were there 4? Right? They're just fine. They're standing right in the middle of the fire, and they are not consumed by it. They are not consumed. And we were working with our sacred anger, our sacred hearth fire that is keeping warm the flames of our passion for this earth and our love for creation. When we do that, we are not consumed by it. We're ready for the new day. The Dalai Lama once said, "I am sometimes angry, but my anger is compassionate anger. Anger that wishes to change things, not to destroy. The anger that doesn't seek revenge, it seeks restoration. It doesn't burn bridges, it looks for a way forward." And when we honor anger as part of the sacred flow of life, not as sin or shame, but as energy for justice, we bring it into harmony with the rest of creation, and we reorder our world through the energy of compassionate anger that we have tapped into and used as a light to guide the way. Namaste.
Reverend Deb fired us up. You know, I may not know a lot, but one thing that I do know is that anger for anger's sake, it's not only unproductive, it's unhealthy. There are times in my life, or periods in my life, where I've just been eaten up with anger. And where do you feel it? You feel it right there in the pit of your stomach, and it just rolls and rolls. So this tool of learning how to transform our anger, which can come from a very good place, is a very valuable tool to add to our spiritual toolkit, isn't it? Yeah. Well, thank you all for being here today. Such a great service. Your energy makes all of the difference in the world in being here on Sunday mornings. Every time we open the door for classes and events, you're here. And you're inviting your friends. We have something very special started here at Mini Path Spiritual Center, and thank you for being a part of that. You are so important to what we do. Let me remind you of the blue vase there in the back. That's for your paper donations. There's a code for PayPal donations there also for you that like to do the internet thing. And I'll remind you of the announcements that are coming up, all of the events. Bring your photos and memorabilia from your loved ones over the next 2 weeks. Check your What's Happening newsletter on Tuesdays. Are we ready to stand up and sing? All right, let's do our closing prayer together. Please stand and let's say our closing prayer. Daphne?
Hey, everybody. May I stay true to the path that leads me to the light that is mine to shine. May my light provide help and kindness to others on their journey. May I bring peace to every situation, comfort to the grieving, and love to all beings. May my heart remain centered on what is sacred to my soul, and so it is.
And all is well. Everybody, have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday.